And that was like a quick example of how Rhaenyra just has a lot of common sense. It's like, dog, you know we got dragons, right? Like, I don't care if it's a crab feeder, whatever the case. We could feed the crab feeder to the dragon. We got dragons. Like, that couldn't be me in this day. Can you just imagine this day and age? Like, we were able to have dragons? Man, forget popping the trunk. I'm going to pop the garage, and I'm coming back, and I'm bringing my dragon named Hellfire, and we about to just burn all this shit down. So, yeah, like, you would never want to beef with me if I owned a dragon. I don't care how big or small the beef is. Hey, what's going on, folks? Another episode of Just My Opinion with Ryan. And we're going to talk about the second episode of House of the Dragon. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think it's starting to, well, the first episode was cool. Second episode is definitely starting to pick up. You're starting to see more tension in the house. So let's just get into it, man. I liked how it started off with I guess, just like a graveyard of just dead bodies on the beach. All these crabs just rolling around. So clearly, this is just to set up the whole identity of the crab feeder. He is part like leader of the free cities. Something about, he also like controls the stepstones, if I'm saying that right. And I'm loving it. And of course, with this information, the men that are being tortured and being fed to the crabs, these are soldiers under Lord Corlys. So of course he's coming in hot, coming in mad, to the small council. Is like, look, man, my folks is getting ran through out there. I want to retaliate against the crab feeder and the stepstones. We got something to do. And of course, King Viserys is like, nah. His whole role is trying to, not necessarily go to war unless there's no other choice. So he's trying to come up with another plan, maybe try to, I guess, reason with these people, even though that they're terrorizing Corlys's, Navy ships that apparently have to go through there. And so, of course, they're all there trying to come up with some ideas. And I'm really enjoying the character Rhaenyra. She, although young, she comes off as very smart. Definitely has a lot of common sense. She, just simply suggests, hey, we got dragons. We could just, come through with dragon riders just to show them that, we ain't no punk. Just fly through some dragon riders, set this whole shit off. And I agree. I think that was a dope thing to say. But of course, even though she's heir, she also got kind of disregarded by the whole room and actually just kind of shoot off, So, and just more about the character Rhaenyra. It's like she, she's not taking, her role as heir too seriously. I mean, she finds it important. But, it's I feel like it's not going to her head is a better way of saying it. It's almost like the way she's carrying herself. Like, yes, I'm the heir and that's great. I'm looking forward to it. I understand that there's a big chance that I may not be heir one day, especially if my father remarries and has a son. So she's kind of shooed away. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Like I said, just in case I'm maybe looked into something wrong, I'm an open book. But if I'm not mistaken, she's chosen. She is tasked to pick like a knight. And I was assuming that maybe this is going to be like her bodyguard or something like that. So of course, she picks Sir Criston Cole. That's the guy who kind of put Prince Daemon in his place in the first episode. And so I thought that was cool. Another person that I felt like was pretty vital in this episode, at least in the early part of the episode, was Alicent. That's Otto Hightower's daughter. I thought she was vital because she was kind of like that voice of reason or like unofficial therapist to both the king and the king's daughter. It's like, like Rhaenyra and Alicent look like they're barely 18 or maybe just under 18. They don't look that old, but so far, like both of these characters have a lot of common sense. They're taught very well, and whatever the case is. And so it's like you got this king, spilling out his feelings about what he wished he could and couldn't say to his daughter. And then on the flip side, you got Rhaenyra when they were praying together, venting about certain things about her dad. And it's just like, it's wild. It's like, y'all, why don't y'all just talk directly? But we do actually see that later on in the episode that they actually do kind of share like this bonding moment and finally talk. All right, and I do understand that, of course, back in this, back at the time where this is taking place, it is common it is common that, kings and people of royalty, were marrying people underage. But hot damn, it was definitely, at least in present time, it is kind of wild to see that kind of, play out on TV, and of course, if you see an episode, I'm definitely getting at Corlys, Corlys and his wife, who is of Targaryen, blood, they actually, talk to King Viserys, and Corlys is offering his 12-year-old daughter, Lady Rhaenyra, if I'm saying that right, to be like the future wife and to, hopefully one day give him a son. And it's just like, she's 12, my dog. Like, she's my G. She's 12 years old, fam. She's 12 years old. So I'm glad that when it came to that part of the storyline, it definitely seemed like Viserys, just had the wherewithal to think more about that situation. Because I understand like that was the acceptable time in that time period, but also like even when he was getting, advice from other people, they all thought it was a good decision. Like, oh, it makes all the sense in the world. It was like, that's, the houses combined would be so powerful. You have that, that communication or that rapport with Lord Corlys. Like they was giving all these good points, and then I forget which councilman he was talking to. And after all these good points was brought up, like Viserys just looks at him and is like, yeah, but she's 12. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, my whole point is, even though that was acceptable back then, I'm sure some other kings had that in mind as well. Like, dog, I understand, trying to, have, bloodlines and kingdoms and all, but he was just like, yo, what else you want me to say, dog? She's 12, fam. I can't do this. So that was, yeah. So, of course, we can't have a House of a Dragon episode without having Prince Daemon show up. So there's an emergency meeting called. Prince Daemon then stole a dragon egg. He then flee to a Dragonstone. He's writing a letter saying he's about to get married to his side chick. He's going to have a second wife as like the old Valyrian ways. And yeah, that's what it is. Comes, this is my informal invite to my wedding or whatever the case is. And it's just like, damn. So of course, pardon me, he's out here just causing, pettiness and all this other stuff. So of course, Otto and Kristen Cole gather up a small army and they go ride out. And they about to go slide on. I was getting hyped. I was like, oh, they about to go slide on Daemon and these what do you call it? Gold coats or gold cloak folks. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking forward to it. Otto definitely has no love for Daemon. You can tell he dislikes him completely. So he was talking to Daemon pretty recklessly. So even after all that was going down, just as I would have done, all that slick talk. Daemon has the dragon just pull up back of the castle, just huge red dragon. And it's like, yeah, like, what? This is checkmate. And of course, once again, one of the youngest but most common sense so far on the show, Rhaenyra pulls up out of nowhere with a dragon of her own and actually just de-escalates the whole thing. Has a common sense talking to with Daemon, letting Daemon know, look, if you really want the crown, you have to kill me if that's what you're trying to do. Like, are you really even pregnant? I mean, she really just called his bluff on the whole thing, and he, reluctantly backed down. So I thought that was funny. So that part was just petty, and of course, his side chick knew nothing of it. Let me not call. What's her name? I want to say is Viserys. I'll put it in the comments. I think it's Viserys. If I'm saying that right, I hope. So yeah, man, I thought that was a funny way to make him stand down. And as I said, we already discussed the Alicent being selected to be the wife that's going to hopefully give birth to a son. And actually, hell, if you stay for the previews for the next episode, apparently she does have a son, which would knock Rhaenyra off as heir. And of course, I know I'm hopping all over the place, but please bear with me. I did like how the episode ended. You definitely see some more betrayal and backdoor dealings being made. Of course, after Alicent is picked to be the wife of the king, of course, Lord Corlys is upset that his 12-year-old didn't get selected, and because of that, he definitely made his stance well known that he was displeased. But we see him talking to Prince Daemon and trying to put a battery in Prince Daemon back to go ride on these crab feeders. Say it's gonna help him, help Daemon boost his reputation, this and the third, and our names is something that we had to earn. It wasn't given to us, this and the third. And so the way the episode ended, of course, there's definitely going to be a clash with the crab feeders and the stepstones, along with the free cities. So the way the episode ended, we definitely see it's going to be like some type of clash with the crab feeders, along with the stepstones or whatnot. So this show definitely keeps my interest. I am definitely looking forward to episode 3. If for nothing else, we're going to see some crab feeders. See maybe our first big epic, battle. So I'm looking forward to that. Once again, if I'm Daemon and I own a dragon, best believe I'm pulling up with a dragon. If I had a dragon, I probably would go. I would go everywhere with my dragon, just like it's a wallet or my cell phone. I'm not leaving home without my dragon, dog. So, once again, I'm looking forward to it. These are just my opinions. Love it or hate it. Peace.